I've got a great reading tonight from the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor. And there's these two paragraphs here from Book 2 of his writings that I want to read. It's kind of a summary of Karma Yoga, a description of mindfulness from the Buddhist tradition. There's a little bit of everything in there, but basically it's kind of a 2-paragraph summary of spiritual life that you'd be safe to follow, no matter what tradition you belong to. It's the essence of it. He says, "Remember how long you have been putting off these things, and how often you have received an opportunity from the gods, and yet you do not use it. You must now at last perceive of what universe you are a part, and from what administrator of the universe your existence flows, and that a limit of time is fixed for you, which if you do not use for clearing away the clouds from your mind, it will go, and you will go, and it will never return. Every moment think steadily as a Roman and a man, to do what you have in hand with perfect and simple dignity, and feeling of affection and freedom and justice, and to give yourself relief from all other thoughts. And you will give yourself relief if you do every act of your life as if it were your last, laying aside all carelessness, passionate aversion from the commands of reason, hypocrisy, self-love, and discontent with the portion that has been given to you. You see how few the things are which, if possessed by a man, enable him to live a life that flows in quiet, and is like the existence of the gods, for the gods on their part will require nothing more from him who observes these things." That wonderful attention to the moment, to keep the mind on exactly what you're doing, and to relieve yourself of having to think about anything else in that moment, and to do every action as if it was the last action you were going to perform, with that level of attention, that level of focus and effort, to live in the moment, in this present moment now, and to do away with all of the things that have to do with ego, and all that list that he listed there, that which are all components of ego, that self-love, that hypocrisy, and all the other nonsense that gets in the way of our being, gets in the way of our radiating our nature, our pure love. So there it is, a wonderful summary of spiritual life from about 100 AD, from the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoics.